Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Ian. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Today, I have a very quick May TBR for you all. Now, the reason that it's going to be very quick is because it's late. But additionally, as I was setting up to make this video, I broke my tripod. So I have my phone very precariously set up on another chair, and I know it's going to fall because it's already fallen multiple times. So we're just going to knock this out real quick. That's the plan. Before we jump in, it would mean so much to me if you would like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I post videos all the time, and I'd love it if you stuck around. Additionally, let's go ahead and knock out my subscriber recommendation for the month. If you do not know, I have a jar of recommendations from all my videos. Every time somebody recommends a book to me, I put it in the jar, and every month I draw a book to read from that jar. So if you have a book that you'd like to recommend to me, please let me know in the comments down below and I will add it to the jar for next month. But for now, let's go ahead and draw my May book. Okay, here's the jar. Taking off this little rolling ball. Hopefully it doesn't break. My hands are too big for this thing, but we're doing the best we can. So I've got something. It's way down in there. Here we go. Okay, so my book for this month is The 13th Tale by Diane Setterfield, recommended to me by @TallTulip. So thank you so much to Tall Tulip for that recommendation. It's really funny, actually. I was at a library book sale the other day and I saw this book and I remembered the name because it had been recommended to me, but I didn't end up picking up a copy. So shame on me. I guess I'm gonna have to do the audiobook. But thank you so much for the recommendation. I am really excited about reading this. I know the cover has books on the front, and I think it's like Evelyn Hugo kind of, but like an author. So it's like somebody interviewing an author and finding out more about them or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm really excited to dive in. I've heard good things about this, so very excited. Now, without any further ado, let's talk about all the other books that I'm planning on reading in May. We're gonna knock out first all of my planned buddy reads and Discord read-along things that I'm planning on participating in or possibly participating in. I'm very heavily involved on the Bookish Drummer Discord, and there are a lot of read-alongs going on right now on there. So the ones that I will definitely be participating in, first of all, is the Stephen King Book Club. Our May pick is the brand new release, Never Flinch, which comes out near the end of May 20-something. I'll put the date here for that, probably, or maybe I'll forget, who knows. But this book will be coming out in May, and a lot of us will be reading it day one, just because it's a Stephen King book. Like, to be honest, not a lot of us are super excited about this one. It is another Holly book. Holly Gibney, the character who Stephen King just loves to write about. This is like, I don't know, maybe the like 7th book with Holly in it, which is crazy. But yeah, it's a detective story of some sort. I can't remember specifically what is going on in it, but I will be reading it. Hopefully enjoying it. I really loved his last release, You Like It Darker, so hopefully he can just continue on the right path. We're going to find out. So we'll be reading that in May. Additionally, there's the John Mars Book Club. Our book for this month is The Good Samaritan, which I believe is about a 911 call operator who may have some nefarious intentions. So that's all I know about this one. It sounds kind of interesting. I'm excited to get back into another John Mars book because the last couple months I either haven't been in the mood or they've been books that I've already read and wasn't going to be rereading. So very excited about this. Additionally, there are a couple series read-alongs that I'm actively participating in or considering participating in. First of all, the Green Rider read-along. I am done with books 1 and 2. Really enjoyed both of those. So book 3, High King's Tomb, I believe, is the book that we'll be reading in May. Very excited about this. I already have the audiobook prepped and ready to go. It will probably be my first book of the month. I've already dipped my toes in a little bit and I'm very excited. So yes, very excited about that one. We'll definitely be doing that one. Additionally, there's a read along for Dungeon Crawler Carl, which I've already read books 1 through 6. And they are currently on book 2, which is Carl's Doomsday Scenario, I think. I think that's what book 2 is. I'll put it right here. Maybe it's not. No, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter, but I love the series so much fun, and everybody, for the most part, is really enjoying it. I think we've, at this point, weeded out the people who it's just not their style, which is totally fine. For some people, it's just not going to work, but I think if you liked book 1, you're most likely going to like where the series goes. So I think everybody at this point will be thoroughly enjoying the series. I'm very excited to continue the conversation. Whether or not I'll reread this one, I don't know. It's been about a year since I read it last, so I'll at the very least jump in on the discussion, but we'll see if I end up rereading it. Other series read-along is one that I really want to participate in. I'm a little bit intimidated just because the books are so long, but it's the Sun Eater series. In May, we're going to be starting a read-along for the Sun Eater series because the last book is coming out in November, I believe. I have read Empire of Silence. It actually made my year-end list back when I first read it in 2021, I think. But it's now been 4 years almost, and I have not continued, and this series has blown up in popularity since then. So I would love to reread this and continue the series. I've been meaning to because I loved book one, and it just keeps getting away from me. So we'll see. I would love to. It's a big commitment, but we'll see. I want to say that those are all of the read-alongs that I'll be participating in this month over on the Book Astronomer Discord, but they'll probably have a new one by the end of the week, so I may or may not join that as well. But moving on, there are a couple other buddy reads that I'll be doing in the month. The first of those is my brothers and I are currently reading the Debt Collection series by Andrew Givler, and we'll be reading the third book, Star Summit, in May. This is a really fun our urban fantasy series, and I was very curious to see where book 2 was going to go. I'll talk about it more in my April wrap-up, but I really enjoyed book 2 a lot, and I'm more curious than ever to see what the author is going to do in book 3. The series is full of directional changes that I don't anticipate, and it is constantly full of surprises and just such a blast. So highly recommend this urban fantasy series if you like urban fantasy. So I'll be reading book 3 of that, and then my dad and I are going to be buddy reading this book, The Sun by Philip Meyer, which is a Western. I've heard really good things about this. I believe Ann Patchett really likes this book. It might not be Ann Patchett. I don't know. I saw some author on TikTok talking about this a while back, and it drew my attention, so I'm very excited about this. I also know that one of the Gwyn brothers Gwyn, really enjoys this and recommends it for people who enjoyed Blood Meridian. I have not yet read Blood Meridian, but I'm going to start with this and see if I enjoy it, so I'm very excited about it. Okay, now let's talk about the books that I'll be reading just because I want to. First up, we have some review copies. I am currently reading My Friends by Frederick Bachman. I am almost a third of the way into it. This book is so good. It is so beautifully written. I'm having an amazing time with it, and I've been slowly reading it, but I feel like it's gonna kind of get to a point where I have to just push myself through, and I'll probably finish it in the first week of the month if I had to say. But this comes out early May, so that's actually a good thing. Next up, we have The Raven Scholar, which is a carryover from March. I had been reading it at the very end of March, but it's so long, and I was participating in a really heavy readathon in April, so I set it aside. This book is now out, so I need to read it. I'm only like 15% of the way through, so I will be getting to this very soon, though. I have the audiobook for it now as well, so there's that. Those are the only two review copies I am definitely going to be reading. I may also read either With a Vengeance by Riley Sager or Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm not sure, but both of those come out in early June, so I'd like to, but we'll see what happens. Possibly. Let me know in the comments between the two which ones you'd rather hear my thoughts on, and maybe that'll help me decide. But those are all of my review copy books. Now let's talk about just some random shenanigan reads that I'm going to be reading. First up, I'm very excited about this. I don't know if anyone else is going to be excited about this because perhaps I'm the only one who cares at this point. But I'm finally going to be forcing myself to finish The Realm of the Elderlings. If you don't know, in 2021, I read all but the final book of Realm of the Elderlings, which is like 16 books. I read from the first one, Assassin's Apprentice. That one all the way up to Fool's Quest, which is the second to last book in the final trilogy. And I couldn't get myself to finish Fool's Fate, or to pick out Fool's Fate, the final book, because I was scared. And now it's been a long time. So I'm actually going to be rereading book 1 of the final trilogy, Fool's Assassin, and then doing Fool's Quest, and then Assassin's Fate. That's the plan, at least. I'm going to be doing one a month. So this will be happening very soon in the month. I already have the audiobook prepped for it, and I am terrified, but hopefully I'll have a good time, somewhat. And then we have 2 other reads that I just plan on reading. The first of those is The Heavenly Table by Donald Ray Pollock. So excited about this. He's one of my favorite new authors. I read 2 of his books last year and gave both of them 5 stars. This is his last one out. I've already dipped my toes into this, and it's exactly what I expected. So I have no doubt that I'm going to love this. Will most likely be a 5-star. And then I mentioned in a previous video that I have to read a Guy Gavriel Kay book, because at this point I own so many of his books and I still haven't read any. So I'm just gonna go with like the most predictable one, and that's Tigana, because it's his most popular. And why not start with the most popular? That way it can just be downhill from there. So yeah, that's the plan. Anyway, those are all the books that I plan on reading in the month of May. Let me know if any of these sound particularly interesting to you, or if you think I'm gonna love any of them or hate any of them. I would love to know your thoughts. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.